How important do you think, looking back, that Chyna was on DX?
Huge. I mean, it's if she's not there, just another group of two dudes, you know what I mean, and you know, with a manager, you know. I mean, she was. DX doesn't have the impact coming out of the gates if she's not a part of it. I can remember like yesterday, which I can't do with a lot of things, you know. But the first time seeing her, man, it was Springfield, Mass, coming into this, this hotel room that the hotel we used to always stay at was near the airport. You walk in the door, we saw Jack Lance talking to, somebody, but it was like, I'm saying it's the bar, but whatever it is, like a little lobby thing there. And we walked up, and we came in there, we're like, oh my God. And she had the jet black hair, and at that time, it's when they've got those, whatever it is, those, whatever, the Kiss boots, you know what I mean? Those Gene Simmons boots, so she's like 6'2". She's got the black leather, she's got the delts are out, the guns are out, the whole thing. We're like, oh my God. And look, say what you want about how Chyna looked when she first came in. And if I'm the only guy in here that thought it, raise my hand and I'm guilty. But there was something unbelievably sexy about her. Yeah! And I'm just saying, and again, and I get it better, you can here or there, she could have never changed anything about herself. And I'd always thought that about her. I mean, because the first time I laid eyes on her, it was like, oh my God. And again, happily single at the time, I just think like, oh my goodness. I mean, I'd like to, but I'm not sure if I would. It is easily. I might be up and die, but I don't know if I'd be worth it. But it was just amazing. She was. I mean, she was so attractive, but then just so unbelievably different and unique. And there was just something about that. And I'm telling you, we sat there, but we talked to her darn near all night, and we're like, oh my goodness. And we knew. I mean, it was me and Hunter, and we knew like that's. We were just starting, to talk about, being together and, him getting out of that facility, whatever the Stanford, whatever, blue one. Yeah, there you go. That's what it's called. The rich guys, whatever. And I'm supposed to be one to look at me for God's sakes. We knew we had put her with her. She had a bodyguard. A female bodyguard. How much heat is that? A good-looking guy having a female bodyguard. But it was the hardest thing in the world trying to convince everybody. Nobody knew who she was. That she wasn't in the wrestling business. Any of those things. Seriously, at that point in time, talking about a hard sell. This girl we met in the bar. I'm telling you, why? Okay. Another concussion again, Shawn. Got the whole syndrome going again. But we started, again, chipping away at that time. It took some time, and honestly, as she sort of, made herself known throughout the industry, it wasn't until WCW took a little bit of an interest, and then we went out and wined and dined Shane McMahon at the IHOP, and took him out and pitched our idea by him, and Shane thought, that's actually pretty unique. And Jay was, sort of understanding that, again, the business, there was a shift going on, things were a little different. The hardest thing was trying to convince everybody, again, what girls can beat up guys. And we thought, like, yeah, certainly. And wow, but geez, how's that's gonna, then she's gonna get beat up by her? Whatever, she hits him from behind, she does this, she does that. I mean, you're trying to tell me, a woman that size and 6'2" and yada, she hits from behind. Wouldn't happen, but I'd get up and I'd knock her out. So you get up and knock out that woman. And it wasn't until that, again, it's like, ooh, wait a minute. She could hit them, they could hit her back. And then, of course, then it's like, ooh. But it took some time to sort of get them understand that again, this is cool, this is unique. All of that stuff in general was sort of a tough road to hoe with the whole what would become the Attitude Era was a couple of years' work of chipping away at a pretty solid piece of granite, at one time.